I don't know about you, but I love putting sauces on my meat. It really takes your meal to the next level. But unfortunately, a lot of sauces out there are not keto friendly. Teriyaki being my personal favorite. So today I'm making a teriyaki recipe that is keto friendly, is super delicious, and really easy to make. So let's start off by pouring your water into your saucepan. Great, now I'm just gonna turn on my heat to about a medium, and we're going to throw the rest of our ingredients in there. The first thing you wanna pour in is your tamari. Now tamari has a really strong flavor. If you don't have tamari sauce, however, you can use soy sauce, but make sure you add about 2 tablespoons more than I'm using in this recipe with the tamari because it doesn't have as strong of a flavor. And to replace the honey that you would normally use in teriyaki sauce, I'm going to use the golden malt flavored syrup by Lakanto. It's got a nice kind of honey texture to it and a good flavor. So use that if you have it. If not, you can just use extra sweetener. It's your choice, really. Now you're going to take your keto-friendly sweetener. Today I'm using the golden monk fruit sweetener by Lakanto. It's my favorite because it's kind of like a brown sugar alternative. So it's got a really nice, rich flavor. I'm gonna give that just a little bit of a whisk just to make sure it combines nicely into those ingredients. Now I'm going to take my garlic powder and just add a little bit into there, followed by adding your green onions and your freshly grated ginger. It's important that you use fresh ginger because it really brings out a nice flavor. If you use the powdered stuff, it's just not as good. So those green onions are really going to bring out so much flavor in this recipe. All right, give that a good stir. If you really start to see it bubbling up a lot, just turn that heat right down. It needs to be kind of at a small simmer. Now I'm just gonna let that simmer for a few minutes. Give it a quick whisk in between simmerings. Is simmering's a word? Definitely not. I just made up a word. So I see that it's kind of starting to go to more of a boil, so I'm gonna take that heat down. Give it another stir. And we're gonna add in the xanthan gum. So what I did with this was I took about 1/4 cup of water, poured it into a bowl, and then added about 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum into it. As you can see, it's quite gelatinous. This is going to really help thicken up our sauce. So if you like to have more of a runny sauce, then okay, don't put that in. But if you like it to be a little bit thicker for like a marinade, definitely add this in. It's still keto friendly, so don't worry about it. Now give that a good stir and just keep on mixing, letting that xanthan gum really dissolve into the recipe. It's gonna start thickening it up. And when it cools down, that's when you'll notice that it's really thickened up. So when it's still hot, it still looks pretty thin, but don't worry, it'll thicken up a bit. Now I'm just gonna let that simmer a little bit longer. Okay, it's thickened up a little bit. Now I'm gonna give it one last stir through. Now you're going to let it cool down a little bit and then transfer it into a glass jar or whatever jar you're gonna store it in. And you can keep it in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks, but honestly, it's not gonna last that long. You're gonna be pouring this stuff on everything. If you love teriyaki sauce, this is going to be your new home staple. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please remember to like this video, comment on this video if you have any future video suggestions for me, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos just like this one. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. See you later.